Hello everyone. Hi, what's up? It's me, Angie. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me today. Today's video is a super exciting one. I've been putting off watching this documentary to watch it with you guys, and I've been dying to watch it. So I'm really happy we're finally here watching this documentary together. Today I'm going to be giving my thoughts and commentary and reaction to Lil Peep and ilovemakonnen's Diamonds documentary. Basically, from my understanding, this documentary is just about the creation and behind the scenes of what went into making their joint album Diamonds. I did make two videos, part 1 and part 2, to me reacting to and listening to that album, Diamonds by Lil Peep and ilovemakonnen. So if that interests you, if you want to see my reaction to that, I'll link it in the eye for you guys up here, or I'll have it linked in the description below, along with any other corresponding videos that I think you guys might like. But I'm excited to finally be watching this documentary because I really did enjoy the album a lot. I was very pleasantly surprised. If you watch my reaction to it, you would see that I was actually really vibing with it. I think Makonnen and Lil Peep really did such great work together. I think some of the best music in terms of collab wise came out of Lil Peep working with ilovemakonnen. Gus made so much music and worked with and collabed with so many people the short time he was making music. He just was pumping out so much stuff, and some of it wasn't the best, some of it was pretty good, but I think Lil Peep and ilovemakkonnen's collab together I think is the best out of all the collabs he's done. So good. So with all that being said, I'm just really excited to check out this documentary. So let's get into it. But before we do, I want to remind you guys to please subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, but either way, I'm just so happy you're here hanging out with me today because I know you have lots and lots of videos you watch right now, so appreciate stopping by and clicking on my video out of all the ones you could have clicked on instead. Thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate it. Appreciate being here. Okay, so with all that out of the way, let's hop right into it. Okay, let's check it out. Oh, wait. Stop, it's the freaking cover. I can't, I'm gonna cry. It's also the last song on the album. The song was just the audio of this. I can't. I believe this is from when they're in London, right? Making it and just hanging out. I'm only 14 seconds in and I'm already fucking gonna cry. Are you kidding? Oh my gosh. Look at Peep just enjoying his time there, his company. Picking up my phone and calling something Makonnen. Okay, I think that was really quickly. I think that we have heard, I feel like, a lot about how Peep kind of felt like he was being taken advantage of at some points in his career, especially when he was living, I think, like on Skid Row, and everyone was just like over his house all the time, and like he just wants some peace and quiet, but he didn't have the heart to tell you when to leave. He would just be in his closet crying or whatever because it's the only space he could get that was quiet. And I think we saw and heard a lot of how Peeps just has such a good heart, and it was hard for him to say no sometimes or to set boundaries. And I think that with Makonnen and in this experience of making Diamonds, I think he finally felt safe. I think he felt like he was going towards a better place. I don't know when this was filmed or when this was made. I'm assuming this is made after that time of his life, and I'm assuming that this part of his life of him flying to London and making this music was part of him healing and feeling better about things and getting out of that situation that he shouldn't have been in. But I don't know, I don't really know much about Peep. I know a little bit about him because I've seen this documentary. You guys have also explained a lot to me in the comments, but that's what I'm thinking. Oh my god, stop. This is giving me lots of emotions right now. Seeing him work and like out in the world, knowing that he's not with us anymore, like, that's weird. That is weird to see. Diamonds on the beach.
Numbers and fellow artists as well. I mean, I know that you talked about collaborating with Makonnen. That's a thing that's done.
Yeah, we have an album together. It's incredible. It's the best album of the 21st century.
I didn't know they had an interview together. Oh my god, Zaylo was such a good interviewer.
He's insanely talented.
Yeah, it's McConnen.
Very genuine person who I get along with him. We're like best friends, so it's really easy for us to make music together.
Oh. Yeah, I think they had just a genuine relationship, which I think Gus had trouble finding, I think, in his life. I think that's why he never really got over his first love, Emma, right? I think it was hard for him to find genuine, loving people that weren't trying to take advantage of him and that really cared for him. And I think McConnen was one of those people that really did care for him, genuinely. Not for clout or not for any other intentions. They just seemed like a really natural pair together.
He's been my favorite hip-hop artist since way before I started making music. It was one of my dreams to ever meet McConnen, and we got an album together.
That's crazy, man.
Baby, you're using me like I'm your favorite drug. Steady abusing me like you don't want my love. Baby, you're
Oh my
using me
gosh.
like I'm your favorite drug. Steady abusing
Oh, look at the vibing!
me. You don't want my love, want my love.
I met Lil Peep online in 2017. I picked him up from Echo Park and went to our mutual friend Trapzilla's house. Yeah, I would describe Lil Peep as a shy, kind of quiet, but very smart, wise,
Yes.
deep thinker type of guy.
Yes, yes.
He was just someone who wanted to go after his dreams and make them really come true. He really cared about his fans a lot.
I feel like Pete met McConnen at the perfect time.
It was such a pivotal time in both of their careers. Like, Peep is on the come up.
He was getting his record deal and doing his first big studio album, Pull Over When You're Sober. He's one of these courageous people that can just get an idea and jump wholeheartedly into it and put his whole body, his whole existence, everything about him into it. He merged his life with his dreams. He was the most true to form artist I ever worked with.
And you have McConnen. This guy's really like your favorite artist.
Your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Who, at the time, from a perspective, could have seemed like he was a little more stagnant and wasn't dropping as much, but like already has all these accolades and all these songs that have kind of changed all of our childhoods.
McConnen exudes music. When he hit the scene, like, he was just this like enigma. You almost have to be a connoisseur just to appreciate it.
And I think that's exactly why Gus and McConnen got along so well. Because they're one and the same.
When you combine Peep and McConnen, it was something completely different. It was experimental. The two of them basically had created their whole own unique way of making music.
Yeah, it was just like Gus was creating a lane in music for him and no one else. Like, truly one of a kind, the music that Gus was making. And I think with McConnen, it was just like another level of greatness, I guess, you know? Another level of rareness and uniqueness.
I remember Pete telling me one day, and I think he, for some reason, waited to tell me because he wanted to make sure that it was a sure thing. But he said, dude, McConnen and I have been making music. And we went from, you know, dreaming about this and fantasizing about the music to actually Pete popping that shit on in the car, and all of a sudden he's making a track with McConnen.
At that time, I feel like it was just music. Like, every day there was just a shit ton of music being made. Once you were in that room watching what they were making, and there was nothing else that mattered at the time.
Magical. To see that happening right in front of you must have been just so inspiring.
It was just beautiful. Like, I remember a lot of stuff from the sessions just because they were filmed.
Wow, I literally never even thought about what Fish Shark looks like. You always hear him, his producer tag, and beginning of all these songs. I never even thought to think of what he looked like.
You know, I just don't think I had seen with Peep in a recording context before. It's always fun.
Oh my god, he's such a good producer! This is so cool seeing him! Because I've only ever heard of his producer tag, and the fact that he's on these songs is so incredible because he really put a touch to these songs that I think made them even more phenomenal with Fish Shark's producing magic.
Never quite that fun. Or carefree.
What are you talking about? Last year? Yeah, this song I want you to get on. Okay.
I've been waiting
Is he getting a haircut in the middle of their recording session?
I feel like Makonen's energy is just like off the wall. Like he's ready to just like conquer anything, just naturally. Like anything he says is like feel it. They just kind of like combined together, became something on its own.
We were starting to get a lot of work done, but at the same time, there was a lot of distractions. And so we had the opportunity to go to London where it'll be a little more productive for us. We're having fun making music and want to make stuff that's going to change the world.
I remember Peep calling me and telling me we were going to London to work on a project with Makonnen. It was pretty crazy. I was like, nah, you're joking, right?
His smile. Oh my god. Seeing Gus happy makes me so happy. Seeing him smile and laugh genuinely, beautiful.
That's two.
I got on a plane, he got me a ticket. I ended up in London. I was like, alright, if I'm gonna create some vibes, I want to create 80s, kind of like synthy kind of thing.
Yes.
And that's when I was like, alright, this is gonna be a good direction for the album.
Yes. Yes.
My favorite song
So
would have to be
good.
November. I'll never forget when he told me, he said it was his favorite song he had ever worked on.
Oh, it's such a good song.
I don't know what that meant really, because I was like, you know a lot of songs. I'm like, that's kind of crazy to say. But he said it was just like the most fun he'd ever had working on a song.
There wasn't any like rules or there wasn't any like guidelines. It was just kind of like whatever we felt in the moment, whatever we wanted to do, we would do it. Whether it's like reach out to certain producers and get beats that day, or walk into the piano room and just literally freestyle for 20 minutes on the piano and then chop something from that. And I think that's what made it dope, is that there was no expectations, there was nothing. It's just like we pulled up to the studio every day. We just started creating.
Yeah.
It was like him in his purest form. Like he didn't care about sounding bad. He didn't care about saying something that was embarrassing or anything. Like he truly was just like speaking from his heart.
There was a significant change happening in Peep as an artist in the months of July and August 2017. Not only was he on a roll and advancing as a person and as an artist, like he was also snapping. He's not doing any of that shit, like any of it in the way that he would have done in his room. It was completely different. He could get more ideas out faster. It was just lighter, more confident, less encumbered. The artistry of it was changing, and he was changing as a person.
He was really evolving in this new way and becoming serious and deliberate about his future and his immediate plans.
Wow. I could see that. Yes, I could see him starting to get really serious about this stuff during this era, about being a real artist, being a serious artist, changing up the way he was going about making music and stuff. Yeah, I could see that. Man, he could have done so much more, given the opportunity to still be here with us.
Peep was able to push a lot of the distractions aside and say, I can just be with this one person and make my best music and be my best self and be healthy. That's what those two discovered when they went to London together.
Drop it, shake it, kiss it, twist it.
It's gonna be fucking fun. Just that bond between Makonnen and him. No matter how raw this album is or what's on it, it's like it totally captures that energy. Just them just vibing off each other.
Yes.
We were just wanting to make something new and fresh and exciting and healing that was going to be able to, you know, help heal our fans and help heal us, because we were both going through situations that were mentally challenging. This was our place where we can let our superhero versions of ourselves shine and create the things that we express and share with the world, which was our music.
Wow.
Some of them were probably like just drafts, but that is like better than getting a retouched studio album. I think many Peep listeners can agree they want to hear the raw thing.
Yes.
They want to hear it as Gus had done it. I'm just really pleased that Diamonds is gonna get finished, because it really is like a jewel. Like that shit represents like the last coherent body from one of the best artists.
Oh my god. Wow, that hit me. Diamonds really was a jewel.
I hope people really like appreciate how cool it is that they get to hear it the way that it is, and not made into a product, but an actual document.
Wow. Wow. Ooh, 2023.
We're here right now listening to the songs from Diamonds, making sure they be Peep approved.
Oh.
The songs that Peep have down that he wanted was Falling Down, November, Sidelines, Hocus Pocus, I Don't Give a Fuck, Hypnotized, I've Been Waiting, Fallen, and Twisted. Those are the ones that he had listed in his iPhone at this time.
Today, a lot of the things that we're going to be doing is not necessarily changing or trying to get like the most industry style like mix for something. We just don't want to alter like the feeling of what was already created, and just keeping it in its pure form and releasing it like that to the fans how it was intended to be.
Wow.
I love you.
Are you a liar? Oh my God. They get me.
This must be so bittersweet for them to go back in 2023 without Peep there anymore. Hear it all, listen to his voice. It must bring up a lot of emotions, but obviously sad emotions, but I also think it brings up a lot of heartfelt and bittersweet emotions about it all. 'Cause it's like, I'm so happy that this happened and that we were able to save all this and we're able to make it into this iconic work of art. I can't imagine what they're thinking about, and I know a lot of them are probably just wishing that Gus was still there to help them figure this out together.
Out of every artist I'd say I knew that Peep liked, it was McKonnen that was number one. So probably the biggest thing for me is that he got to work with his favorite artist, you know.
For Peep and McKonnen to meet and be such good friends and create the way they did was like a little mini miracle. They recognized that and captured that. You find somebody and you just want to spend time with them and exist, and there are no rules. It's your best friend, or it's someone you love. It's a creative partner, and they had that in each other.
He just trips on LSD and then freestyles everything. So he doesn't write any music. It's like the most incredible thing to like watch ever.
It's special because I can hear his life and his pain and his sort of, things that his challenges. And he wasn't trying to be anybody other than himself. And that's all I wanted to be around. And that's all I wanted to inspire
The honesty.
and be inspired by.
The honesty of it all, yeah.
Is he coming here?
this after hearing just the audio on the album was trippy. Oh. That hug. Wow. I honestly don't even know what to say because that was just really beautiful. I'm really happy they put that together, and I'm really happy we got to hear from all the people that worked in the project. I love that not only was McKonnen in it, but so was, you know, the producers, Smokestack, Teddy, who I don't even know who he is, never heard of his music, never seen him before, but apparently he was there. Like, he just had such great things to say and said it to everyone. It was really beautiful to hear all their thoughts, and what they said was all so true about how this is just this album just represented so much change. It just represented so much for Peep. I think it was more than just an album. I think it was about him getting serious. Everything that was said was just exactly how I feel. I think they all saw his pureness, not only in his self, his personality, but also in how he made music. Yeah, just so much potential, and it's sad that we didn't get to see him reach it, but this I think was a good representation of what could have been, and I'm happy we got at least this. Oh, all these comments are so beautiful. Rip Peep, thanks for getting me through high school. This album is going to change the entire trajectory of Peep's career. It makes me sad we never got to see Peep reach his fullest potential. What he did while he was here did leave such a mark. No one else like him. Someone said, look at all the things he did in only 21 years on Earth. So just imagine if he was still here, all the things he'd done in the last 5 years. He'd probably become one of the most talented artists of our decade, maybe our century. But okay, I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today. That was really awesome. I think I might watch it a couple more times on my own time. I love you guys so much. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe before you go. But either way, thank you for being here, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!